New WICR. We're now on Live 365 and Ustream.com. Just search WICR and like us on Facebook. Facebook.com/WICR Iona College Radio.
Thank you very much, and welcome to Interviews with Drew, and I'm here with my boy Terry. Terry, how you doing, man?
It's all good, brother. It's all good. Happy to be here.
Thank you for coming here on short notice a little.
Appreciate it.
This is your first time here, right?
Yeah, first time, Not at the radio, though, but first time here at Iona.
Gotcha. Oh, you've been at the radio station? You did a show before?
Yeah, my dad does this radio show with my brother, I was a guest, about a year ago.
Gotcha.
It was fun, though.
Okay, that's really cool. Where does he work?
WVOX.
So he knows Bob Marone?
He knows everybody there, O'Shaughnessy and everything.
I met Bob Marone. Oh, I didn't know he worked there. I would have told Bob Marone that I knew your dad.
Yeah, if he's probably the only black man there, so they must know him.
Not hard to find. All right, so as you know, this Trump got elected.
Yeah.
And so basically these past couple months, ever since his inauguration, even before that, there's been scandal after scandal, problem after problem. But the biggest problem back then, was kind of hinted at, and even today, was Russia.
Yeah.
Everybody's been talking about Russia. He's been saying how great Putin is and stuff like that, even though Putin, is basically kind of like a dictatorship. Like, they do have some freedom, not like China, where they just completely take control of the media. But he still, puts out whatever he wants, throws journalists in jail. They can't protest. 54 journalists have been killed. One has been poisoned like 3-4 times. He's still alive, though. But, it's been crazy. And a lot of his staff is connected to Russia. Manafort, Flynn, Kushner, they've all met with a Russian ambassador. This was back in July, June, whenever they had their Republican National Convention. Michael Flynn, he's asking for immunity. So what is your take on the whole Russia scandal and thing? What do you think? Is there a connection there or something?
I mean, talking about Russia, isn't his wife Russian?
Somewhere.
I think it
Slovakia.
says it all. It's actually sad to me that a lot of people do put their personal point of views when it comes to Trump instead of what matters for the nation. Because the Trump and Russia issue, it's a known marriage. Eric Trump himself admitted that Russia makes a significant part of the business holdings in Trump companies. So this shows us that one of the reasons why Donald Trump, if I may say, somehow kisses the ass of Russia is because he has a lot of holdings there, business going on there. So it's kind of not easy for him to, even if he wanted to criticize Russia. Otherwise, I'm sure they have dirt on him. It's an obvious fact.
Like they had before with the tape, the so-called tape that they have over there. And before he even had a presidential run, this was years before, back when times were simple, when Obama was running. He bought a house for $40 million. And then just a couple years later, he sold it to a Russian businessman for $100 million. And that man is linked to, money laundering problems and things like that. Just real shady with money and things like that. The Russians, they're believed to hack the DNC, the Democratic National Committee, during the election, by sending more lies and untruths about Hillary Clinton, putting that out there. And this was interesting. I believe this was Monday that it happened. United Arab Emirates set up a meeting between Blackwater founder and a person who's close to Putin in the Russian government to basically have a black channel of communications, basically a secret, communications path where they could talk without everybody knowing and stuff like that. And things like that is scary. I understand what he's trying to say, be friendly with Russia, but this goes way too far. They're still kind of not our enemy, but we still have to watch out for them. I mean, they're still really smart. Putin has been in power for I don't know how long, maybe not president, but he's been in a form of government for so long.
Well, I wouldn't disagree with you when it comes to this issue with Russia. I mean, when you look at it, this home that was purchased like for $4 million, and then he sold it for $100 million. Like, to me, it just sounds like a bribe. Let's be honest. I mean, why would I buy a pair of Jordan sneakers from the main house, and if it's sold like $250 and sell it for $1,015 or $1,000, it just doesn't make sense. Like, to me, there's a bigger picture in there. I think that people need to think outside of the box. Like, the problem when it comes to politics, like, I always say to my fellow politician friends or friends of mine that follow politics that it's not about you, it's about the country. Like, put aside your beliefs or your love for your party or the person that you're supporting. Like, I enjoyed watching Hillary during her campaign, but I was still honest saying that, she messed up here, and there. Like, there's no honest politics if you cannot acknowledge what your president has done. Like this Blackwater issue. Come on, let's be honest. Like, it happens in Seychelles where like there's this secrecy and everything, so that no one can be aware of what's happening. This is just what we call in French louche. It doesn't make sense. Like, had President Obama made those mistakes,
as he said,
had it been Hillary Clinton, it wouldn't have been, people wouldn't have been as nice as they are towards Donald Trump. And the problem is that his partisans are not really trying to acknowledge that he is really playing with them right now. It's sad, but it's reality.
And you could see on shows like Bill Maher and stuff like that, Bill Maher will ask them a question like about the healthcare or about the Russia scandal or something like that, and then they'll like twist their words to make it seem like it's something else. I'm like, no, it is. And then you have those, of course, who you can't not acknowledge them, who do come out and just say like, yeah, he's wrong, he should not have done that, and things like that. And the whole thing about bipartisanship, that it's a good segue into the healthcare scandal, which the Republicans had. They hated Obamacare for 7 years. 8 years, however long Obamacare, or how when he came up with the idea, has been there. They've hated it all this time, and it was their time to repeal it, to replace it with something better, and they had nothing. They had to create it. If it was me, I would be working on it for 7 years, looking at it, seeing how I could make it better. I could come up with a better healthcare. And Sean Spicer came up. He was like, "Oh, this is 900 pages," and then ours is 123. I was like, "Yeah, it's 900 pages because it's really complicated, and you have to have." And then 6 of their 123 pages is how to take away benefits from people who win money in the lottery. 6 of those pages. What does that have to do with healthcare? Like, yeah, I understand. Yeah, they're in a different tax bracket now and stuff like that. But they didn't go to any Democrats. They just tried to push it through, like rushing, without even trying to fix the little things. And then when they went to the Freedom Caucus, they were like, no, we won't accept this bill. They had trouble just passing it, but they did it by themselves. And then Trump wanted to work with the Democrats, and Paul Ryan is saying no. But then they're going to be like, oh, when the Democrats do something, they didn't do it in a bipartisanship manner.
Yeah, I like. To be honest, I think that we should step back a little bit and look at this in a bigger picture. When it comes first to the Donald Trump team, like Trump, I perceive him as a good friend of Putin because their strategy is similar to that of Hitler. Some might call me a hater, but those are just facts. Because Hitler, what he did is he always he played the media. He knew how to manipulate the media. He knew how to play the victim. When he started like killing Jewish people and telling them they had to leave Germany, he said that the Jewish were like messing around the economy. They were destroying the German economy and etc. And he looked like he was a victim. The media somehow is responsible for Trump being there because Trump is a media man. I mean, like, Bill Gates is the most powerful, richest man on earth, but like who?
I think he was actually dethroned.
Yeah,
by Jeff Bezos.
But I barely know his face. I would walk by Gates and not know it's him, and I would see Trump like a mile before. That's Donald Trump. This is to tell you that he knows how to play with the media. He knows how to attract people, and he does something stupid, says something stupid, and people go for it. And this is how he's downplaying reality, which is out there. Let's talk about the Obamacare. He said he will repeal Obamacare his first day in office. This man did not know that it's a long process. And now Trump care is there, and they're actually confused. And there are a lot of Trump supporters who are afraid of losing their health insurance because of Trump care.
A lot of people didn't even know that Affordable Care Act was Obamacare.
But this the thing, like we need to educate our people. Like one thing that I don't like about the Democrats is like Republicans are very aggressive when it comes to politics, and they know how to crucify you. Democrats always want to play the intellectual, the philosophers, and this is how they get hurt, and which is why we're in this situation that we are right now. This health care issue is something very serious, and I think that one other reason why they haven't been able to work on it is because Republicans are divided. Why are they divided? Because some of them are ready to sacrifice the party just to allow Trump being there, and some of them are like, oh shit, I mean, this man treats us like shit. It's an opportunity for us to stop him down the road. Those are facts.
Definitely. And just a couple facts on their healthcare bill. It hurts poor people and the old more than the young and the rich. 24 million less people would have coverage on this healthcare bill. Subsidies would be worth less to the poor and more to the rich. Insurers could cover fewer medical expenses and bigger tax cuts to the rich. And the surprising part is that, well, not surprising to some of us, that it would hurt Trump supporters more than other people. And those are the people that voted for him, and he's basically going to hurt them. And it's like what you're saying. He knows how to play you. He knows how to act, how to tell you or trick you to believing in something.
But where were Democrats to tell the Trump supporters those facts? This is where my question lies. Like, Trump he's an actor. He's very good at it. But Democrats knew those facts. They knew those numbers. Why didn't they use that to tell these people like, hey, when Trump care takes place, you're done. You're literally done. And I think that the Democratic Party is doing a very poor job in educating their supporters or basically
Opposition.
Americans. Because this is how Trump won. He gave them a dream that he can't fulfill right now. I mean, like, all we have so far are scandals. Scandals, and what about my Flynn? Lock her up. Where is he today? Today he's actually trying to have immunity. I mean, are you kidding me? And the fact is, like, I'm glad they didn't give it to him yet because they don't know what he has to say. He might be playing them and say, oh, you give me immunity, that I'm good. I don't fear anything.
There was nothing, but
it's crazy. I think that they shouldn't give him immunity until they really know what he has to offer is that good.
Yeah, definitely. And that's what Bill Maher said on one of his episodes. He was like, they need people like, what's his name, Andrew Weiner to come back, even though he had his scandal and stuff. It's kind of like Trump. Trump had his scandal,
totally,
and stuff, but he's kind of like a Trump kind of guy. He's very brash. He's straightforward. He'll tell you how it is, and this and that. And that's what the Democrats need. We're gonna take a little quick break, and when we come back, why your privacy laws may be in jeopardy now under this new administration.